The rain hammered down on Fort Bragg like it had a personal grudge, turning the North Carolina mud into a slick trap that swallowed boots whole. Private Alex Rivera clutched his duffel bag tighter, cursing under his breath as he stumbled toward the barracks door, the weight of his first deployment orders burning a hole in his pocket. But then the door swung open, and in that split-second flood of yellow light, his eyes locked with a stranger's, dark, stormy blue, framed by rain-slicked black hair. And something inside Alex cracked open, raw and terrifying, like the first gasp after drowning. Alex shoved the door shut behind him, shaking off the downpour, but that glance lingered like smoke. The barracks was a hive of low murmurs and the clatter of gear being unpacked, a concrete bunker stuffed with 70 other grunts fresh from basic, all of them pretending they weren't scared shitless about shipping out to some godforsaken corner of the Middle East. He scanned the room, heart still thudding from the storm outside, or was it from those eyes, and spotted an empty bunk in the corner, claimed it quick before anyone else could. Dropping his bag, he unzipped it with fumbling fingers, pulling out the one photo he carried. His little sister Mia, grinning gap-toothed at 6 years old, before their dad walked out and left them both piecing together what family even meant. New blood. A voice cut through the noise, low and edged with that southern drawl that could charm or cut depending on the day. Alex looked up, and there he was, the guy from the door, leaning against the bunk opposite, arms crossed over a chest that filled out his fatigues just right. Up close, he was taller than Alex expected, maybe 6'2", with a jawline that looked carved from the same red clay outside and a smirk that said he owned the room without trying. Name's Jordan Hale. You Hale's bunkmate now, unless you snore like a freight train. Alex forced a grin, extending a hand that felt too clammy. Alex Rivera. And nah, I snore like a kitten. You the welcome committee. Their palms met, rough calluses scraping, and for a beat too long, neither let go. Jordan's grip was firm, steady, the kind that said he'd hauled his share of fallen brothers and lived to tell. Those blue eyes flicked over Alex again, not judging, just seeing. Alex pulled back first, heat creeping up his neck. He wasn't out here, not in the army, not after Don't Ask, Don't Tell got buried, but the whispers still slithered through the ranks like poison ivy. One wrong move, and you'd be out on your ass, labeled a risk. Jordan chuckled, dropping onto his bunk with the easy grace of someone who'd grown up wrestling gators in Louisiana bayous. Welcome committees for civilians. Here, we just survive each other. You from Cali? Got that Pacific salt in your veins. He nodded at Alex's tattoo, peeking from his sleeve, a crashing wave inked during a rebellious shore leave in San Diego. LA born and raised, Alex admitted, folding the photo into his footlocker. You nailed it. And you? That drawl screams by you. He kept his tone light, probing without pushing. Jordan seemed the type who gave as good as he got, but there was a shadow in his eyes, like he'd seen too much too young. 24, Alex guessed, same as him, but carrying years extra. New Orleans, pre-Katrina. Family still there, minus the house. Jordan's voice dipped, then recovered with a shrug. Anyway, lights out in 20. Grab chow before it's gone. He stood, stretching, and Alex caught a whiff of his soap, clean, cedar sharp, before Jordan headed for the mess hall door. That glance from the rain hit Alex again, harder this time, a pull like gravity shifting under his feet. He shook it off, telling himself it was just nerves, the storm, the unknown. But deep down, in the pit where he buried his truths, he knew better. One look, and the barracks didn't feel so empty anymore. The next morning dawned gray and relentless, PT at 0500 dragging them all into the chill for push-ups and sprints that left lungs burning. Alex fell into rhythm beside Jordan without meaning to, their breaths sinking as they pounded the track. You run like you're chasing ghosts, Jordan panted after the third lap, elbowing him lightly. Maybe I am, Alex shot back, wiping sweat from his brow. It was the truth, half-spoken. Ghosts of exes who'd bailed when things got real, of a mom who loved him but prayed he'd fix himself, of a world that said his heart was a liability. Jordan didn't press, just nodded like he got it, and that silence felt safer than words. By week 2, the platoon had gelled into a rough brotherhood, nicknames sticking like burrs. Alex was Wave for the ink, Jordan Bayou for the drawl. They shared smokes behind the latrines, griped about drill sergeants who barked like rabid dogs, and swapped stories over MREs that tasted like regret. Jordan talked easy about his sister back home, how she'd patched him up after bar fights, how he'd enlisted to give her something better than FEMA trailers. Alex opened up about Mia, how she'd caught him kissing a boy at 14 and hugged him instead of telling, whispering, "Love who you love, dummy." It was the closest he'd come to coming out since basic, and Jordan listened without flinching, his blue eyes steady as lighthouse beams. But cracks showed. Late one night, after a brutal sim training where Alex took a wound that had the medics patching him up, Jordan lingered by his bunk. "You good, Wave?" His voice was quiet, the barracks snoring around them like a faulty engine. Alex nodded, wincing as he taped his ribs. "Just a bruise. Seen worse in sparring." He hesitated, the air thick with unspoken shit. "Why? You my nurse now." Jordan's laugh was soft, almost bitter. "Someone's gotta watch your back. Platoon's got eyes everywhere." He meant the rumors, whispers about who bunked with who looked too long in the showers. DDT was dead, but prejudice lingered like bad chow, festering in the old guard. Alex's stomach twisted. Was Jordan warning him? Or something else? That something else hit during Liberty Weekend, when the platoon piled into beat-up trucks for Fayetteville's dive bars. Neon buzzed, beer flowed cheap, and country twang drowned out the jukebox ghosts. Alex nursed a bud, scanning the crowd, when Jordan slid onto the stool beside him, shoulders brushing. "Dance?" Jordan asked, nodding at the floor where couples two-stepped under strung lights. Alex's pulse spiked. "You serious?" "I'm a two left feet kind of guy." But he followed, heart hammering, as Jordan's hands settled light on his waist, not grabbing, just guiding. The music pulled them close, bodies sinking like they had on the track, and for 3 minutes, the world narrowed to heat and rhythm. Jordan's breath ghosted his ear. "You're not bad at this." Alex met his eyes, and there it was again, that storm blue pull, daring him to fall. They didn't kiss. Didn't need to. But as they stumbled back to base, laughing off a wrong turn, Alex felt the shift, friendship tipping toward fragile, forbidden want. Jordan bumped his shoulder. "Don't go getting ideas, Wave. I'm straight as they come." The words landed like a gut punch, casual but cutting. Alex laughed it off, wouldn't dream of it, but inside, doubt coiled tight. Was it a test? A shield? Or the truth that would shatter them before they started? Weeks blurred into a grind of rucks and ranges, the deployment clock ticking louder. Alex buried the ache in push-ups, telling himself Jordan's touches, a steadying hand during a night hike, a shared blanket in the field, were just bro stuff. But the glances piled up, loaded now, each one a spark on dry tinder. Then came the letter from Mia. Dad's back, remarried, wanting to make amends. Alex crumpled it, fury boiling. How do you forgive a ghost who leaves twice? Jordan found him on the roof access, staring at the stars like they owed him answers. Rough mail call. He sat close, knees touching, and Alex spilled it all. The abandonment, the shame of loving men in a house that preached fire and brimstone. Jordan listened, then, my old man was the same. Beat the queer out of me, or tried. Didn't stick. The confession hung, quiet as a held breath. Alex turned, searching those blue eyes. "You're bi as hell," Jordan murmured, voice rough. Kept it locked down since West Point scouts sniffed around. Army's better now, but trust? That's earned. His hand found Alex's, tentative, warm. The kiss that followed was inevitable. Slow, searching, tasting of fear and relief under Carolina skies. It wasn't fireworks. It was a dam breaking, emotions flooding free. But secrets in the barracks were landmines. Sergeant Reyes, a hard ass with a mustache like steel wool, caught wind somehow. Maybe a sloppy glance in formation, maybe envy from a jealous grunt. By month's end, Alex faced the CO's office, accusations of conduct unbecoming slung like mud. Fraternization, Reyes spat, eyes cold. "You think we can't see it? Hill's got a file a mile long. Bayou boy, they call him back home, after that Mardi Gras scandal." Alex's world tilted. Scandal? Jordan had never mentioned. He stormed out, finding Jordan in the motor pool, wrench in hand. "What the fuck, man? You said trust. What's this about New Orleans?" Jordan's face drained of color. "It's not. Alex, listen. It was one night, drunk, before I knew what I wanted. They twisted it, said I assaulted some guy. Cleared me, but the whispers stuck. His voice cracked. I didn't tell you 'cause I didn't want you seeing me like that. Broken. Broken. The word echoed Alex's own fears, the ones he'd hidden behind waves and grins. We're both fucked up, Alex said, stepping closer despite the rage. But lying? That's the real break. He walked away, the space between them widening like a fault line. Deployment loomed, orders cutting the platoon in half. Alex volunteered for point, craving distance, but Jordan fought it, pulling strings, begging the LT, can't lose you out there. He whispered one night, bunk to bunk, voices low. Not after this. Alex wanted to believe him, but doubt festered, fed by platoon gossip, Jordan's history, making him a liability, Alex the fool for falling. The night before Wheels Up, conflict erupted. In the day room, over poker and cheap whiskey, Private Ellis, a corn-fed bully with daddy's money, leaned in, slurring. Heard Bayou's got a type. Webacks and queers. That true, Rivera? The room froze, cards forgotten. Alex's fists clenched, vision tunneling. Jordan surged up, decking Ellis square, blood spraying like accusation. Chaos followed. MPs hauling them both, CO roaring about unity on the eve of war. Locked and holding, side by side, Alex turned. Why'd you do that? Now we're both sidelined. Jordan's split lip curved. Because fuck letting them win. And because I love you, idiot. Been fighting it since the rain. The words landed soft, shattering the walls Alex had built. Tears stung, his, Jordan's, as they gripped hands through bars, the first real crack in the armor. But war doesn't wait for hearts to mend. Dawn brought amnesty. Ellis's dad pulled strings, but the damage rippled. Shipped out anyway. Alex and Jordan on the same bird to Kandahar, the C-130's rumble mirroring their turmoil. Dust-choked days blurred. Patrols through bazaars thick with suspicion, IEDs whispering death from the shadows. Alex saved Jordan once, tackling him from a sniper's bead, shrapnel grazing his arm like a lover's bite. Jordan stitched him up in a tent, hands steady but eyes haunted. Oh, you, he murmured. You owe me truth, Alex replied, the wound throbbing less than the ache. They talked then, really talked. Jordan's Mardi Gras night a haze of confusion, not assault. Alex's dad calling post-deployment, offering cash but no apology. Prejudices clashed too. A local translator outing himself, facing Taliban threats, forcing Alex to confront his own silence. We fight for freedom, he told Jordan, but not for us. A twist came mid-tour. Intercepted chatter revealed a mole in their AO, leaks costing lives. Paranoia gripped the FOB, eyes darting, trust fracturing. Ellis, stateside now, fed rumors via sat phone, painting Jordan as the leak to cover his own screw-up. Accusations flew in briefings, Reyes gunning for court-martial. Alex stood by him, voice shaking. Bullshit. Jordan's solid. But doubt crept. Had Jordan's past made him vulnerable? Blackmailed? The climax hit during a sandstorm op. Convoy ambushed, RPGs blooming orange in the howl. Alex's Humvee flipped, world spinning to black. He woke to Jordan dragging him through dunes, bullets chewing sand. Stay with me. Jordan yelled, blood streaking his face, not his. In the chaos, Ellis confessed over radio, pinned down. It was me, sold intel for dope money. Hills clean. Redemption burned hot. Medevac whisked them stateside, wounds healing but scars fresh. Back at Bragg, facing the board, Alex testified fierce, Jordan beside him, hands linked under the table. Cleared, but the platoon fractured. Some saluted their courage, others slunk away, prejudices unslayed. In the quiet after, under those same Carolina stars, they rebuilt. No grand gestures, just promises whispered. Therapy for traumas. Mia meeting Jordan over tacos, his sister sending gumbo recipes. Love grew roots, deep and tangled, weathering storms. One glance had started it, but survival forged it unbreakable. Yet twists lingered. Dad showed up at Alex's discharge party, eyes wet, begging forgiveness. I was wrong, he choked. Alex hesitated, Jordan's hand in his anchor. Maybe, he said finally. But earn it. The old man nodded, first step on a long road. And Jordan? A letter from New Orleans. Charges expunged, Truth out. We're free, he told Alex, kissing his temple. In a world still whispering, they stood loud. Two soldiers, one love, defying the dark. The end? Nah, just the beginning. Months post-deployment, the barracks echo felt hollow, like a lung after pneumonia. Alex traded fatigues for civvies, enrolling at UNC Charlotte on the GI Bill, chasing a psych degree to unpack the knots in his head. Jordan stayed in, rising sergeant, his drawl now laced with command. Weekends bridged them, him driving up in that rattling Ford, her loaded with poboys and promises. But distance gnawed, small at first, missed calls, delayed texts, the Army's pull like quicksand. Alex threw himself into classes, the campus a whirlwind of frisbees and protests, rainbows waving for pride, but glances still sharp for the vet with the limp. He met Theo there, a poli-sci major with kohl-rimmed eyes and a laugh like shattered glass. Out and proud, dragging Alex to drag shows where queens lip-synced Gaga with fierce joy. "You're too guarded, wave," Theo teased one night, glitter dusting his lashes. "Let loose." Alex smiled, but his heart tugged south, to blue eyes and bayou tales. Jordan felt it too, rotations keeping him pinned. A new private, Ramirez, eager, built like a tank, shadowed him, admiration tipping to something heated. Nights alone, Jordan stared at Alex's photo, thumb tracing the wave tattoo, guilt twisting. Just bros, he'd tell himself, but Ramirez's hand on his shoulder lingered, echoing what he'd buried. The misunderstanding brewed slow. Alex's texts grew sparse, Theo's invites piling up. Jordan saw a post online, Alex arm in arm with a friend at a rally, caption, "Allies or more." Love wins. Jealousy flared, hot and irrational. He confronted over FaceTime, voice tight. "Who's the glitter boy? You moving on?" Alex's face hardened, screen pixels blurring his hurt. "Theo's a friend, Jordan. Unlike some, he doesn't ghost for weeks." The call dropped, static hissing like accusations. Silence stretched days, then weeks, each man nursing wounds in solitude. Twist struck via Mia. She'd flown in for graduation, spotted Dad lurking at the ceremony, sober now, A8 chip gleaming. "He wants in, Alex. Says he gets it, about you us." Alex reeled, old scars itching. He drove to brag unannounced, needing Jordan steady, but found him laughing with Ramirez in the PX, hands too close. Heart-shattering, Alex peeled out, tires screaming. Jordan chased, calling frantic. "Wait, it's nothing. Alex, please." They met at a roadside diner, neon flickering like faulty hope. Words tumbled, Jordan's fear of losing him to civilian life, Alex's terror of repeating Dad's abandonment. "I thought you were done with secrets," Alex whispered, tears hot. Jordan pulled him close over Formica, diner empty. "No more. Marry me?" "After IETS." The yes trembled out, sealing them amid pie and coffee steam. But prejudice shadowed. Dad's support rang hollow, laced with prey on it undertones. At family dinner, tensions boiled, Mia defending, Jordan's calm cracking. "Love's not a phase, sir," he said even. Dad stormed out, but a text followed. "Trying. For you." Campus life pulled Alex deeper, Theo confessing crush over beers. "He's good for you, but if..." Alex shut it down gentle. "Taken. Sorry." Theo nodded, friendship intact, but the brush with temptation highlighted fractures. Trust, like muscle, atrophied in absence. Jordan's rotation extended, Afghanistan again, quick in out. Lies it dragged. Letters flew. Alex's essays on queer theory, Jordan's sketches of mountain sunrises. Then, ambush. IED shredded his convoy, shrapnel carving his thigh. Medevac, stateside in days. Alex at his bedside, gripping pale hand. "Thought I lost you." Alex choked, monitors beeping accusation. Rehab was hell. PT sessions where Jordan cursed through pain, Alex pushing coffee and pep talks. "You're my anchor," Jordan rasped, wheelchairs creaking. But PTSD crept. Nightmares of sand and screams, Jordan lashing out, accusing Alex of not getting it. Distance yawned again, emotional now. Climax brewed at Pride, Charlotte streets alive with flags and floats. Alex marched with Theo's group, Jordan on crutches beside, but a counter-protester shoved, yelling slurs, Sickos ruining America. Jordan swung crutch like a bat, cops swarming. In the melee, Dad appeared. Uninvited, placard in hand. Proud Dad. Chaos froze. Hugs followed tears, a bridge half built. Healing deepened. Therapy circles, where Jordan shared Mardi Gras ghosts. Alex unpacked LA streets where he'd first kissed a boy behind dumpsters. Friendships wove tighter. Mia dating a trans artist. Theo finding his match in a barista. Twists turned Tinder. Ramirez outed himself, crediting Jordan's unspoken example. By fall, Jordan ETS'd, joining Alex in classes, business major, dreams of a security firm for queer vets. Their apartment smelled of gumbo and textbooks, nights tangled in sheets of whispered futures. One evening, under strung lights, Jordan knelt. Still yes. Ring simple, silver wave etched. Yes, again louder. But life's not linear. Dad's cancer hit, stage 4, pulling them home. Hospice bedside, forgiveness flowed halting. Stories of his own hidden loves, a brother lost to AIDS in the 80s. Feared you'd suffer same, he admitted. Alex held his hand, Jordan too, family forged in fire. Winter brought snow, rare in Carolina, blanketing their walk. One glance, Jordan murmured, breath fogging. Alex smiled. Changed everything. Love, scarred but shining, endured. Spring thawed the ground, but not the undercurrents. Alex's thesis loomed, on military queer history, interviews with vets who'd hidden under Dad's boot. Jordan proofread, his input sharp, add the grunt's view. Not all heroes, some just survived. Their debates sparked late nights, passion bleeding into mornings of lazy coffee and tangled limbs. Life felt solid, like the oak out back they'd plant roots under. Theo's wedding invite arrived, vows to his barista under rainbow arches. Alex stood best man, Jordan fidgeting in suit, tie crooked. Reception danced wild, but a call shattered it. Platoon reunion at Bragg, Reyes retiring, honoring the 09 crew. Ghosts beckoned. They went, duffels packed with old fatigues for nostalgia. Barracks unchanged, concrete whispering memories. Ellis there, sober now, apology slurred over beers, was a prick. War broke me worse. Handshakes awkward, but real. Reyes pulled Jordan aside. Heard you're out. Good. Army's mine no more. Gruff nod, respect earned. Night deepened, bonfire crackling. Stories flowed, lost brothers, near misses. Alex shared his glance tale, voice steady. Met my husband here. Laughter, claps, but a new face. Lieutenant Harper, fresh from OCS, eyes on Jordan lingering. Heard legends, she said, hand on arm. Flirt? Or ally probe? Jealousy nipped Alex, irrational echo of Theo. He drowned it in whiskey, waking fuzzy to Jordan's worry. You okay? Snapped at Harper like she bit you. Argument brewed. She's circling. Like Ramirez. Jordan's laugh bitter. Paranoia much? She's straight, married. Trust, remember? Trust frayed further when Dad's will surfaced. House to Mia, but condition for Alex. Counseling, to align. Rage boiled. Mia mediated, tears flowing. He's gone, Alex. Let it go. But resentment stuck, poisoning calls home. Twist via email. UNC Psych Prof offered Alex fellowship, PhD track, Boston. Prestige, he told Jordan, heart sinking. But us. Jordan's face shadowed. Go. I'll follow. Security gig anywhere. Sacrifice stung. Alex deferred, but doubt seeded. Was he holding Jordan back? Summer scorched, them temping. Alex tutoring, Jordan consulting. A client case hit hard. Queer vets suing VA for denial. PTSD dismissed as lifestyle. Jordan dove in, Alex researching, their bond weaponized. Victory small, back pay won. But celebratory dinner soured when Harper appeared. In town. Crashing with invites. Old times, she winked at Jordan. Accusation flew post-meal. What's her game? Alex demanded, pacing kitchen. Jordan slammed mug down. Nothing. Why poison everything good? Shouting escalated, plates rattling. Door slammed. Alex crashed at Theo's, couch lumpy with regret. Days blurred, reconciliation texts unread. Mia intervened, dragging them to Lake House. Talk or lose it. By fire pit, truths spilled. Jordan's fear of inadequacy, crutch scar throbbing in heat. Alex's imposter syndrome, vet boy in ivory towers. Kisses mended, fierce and forgiving. Fall brought change. Boston accepted, dual enrollment. Move north, apartment overlooking Charles River, boxes unpacked to U2 blaring. New city, new faces, queer coffee clatch, where Alex shared stages, Jordan charmed with tales. But winter's bit, isolation creeping. Climax brewed at conference. Alex presenting, nerves electric. Crowd packed, including a journalist, slick, probing. Military love, romantic or reckless? Questions twisted, implying scandal. Backstage, Jordan steadied. You owned it. But article dropped. Barracks romance, hero or hoax? Backlash hit. Old platoon texting support, but family whispers. Dad's church friends calling, shame. Mia shielded, but Alex cracked, panic attacks returning. Jordan held him through nights. We're real. Fuck the noise. Resolution glimmered. Counterpiece by Alex, raw essay on love's battlefield. Viral, invites poured, TEDx, podcasts. They toured together, Jordan's drawl grounding Alex's fire. Home in Boston, under snow-globed bridges, they renewed. Still yes. Always. City lights glittered like distant stars, but Boston's bustle masked undercurrents. Alex's PhD dove deep. Interviews with DADT survivors, voices echoing his own buried screams. Jordan's firm grew, clients vets navigating civilian minefields. Evenings balanced. Him home to gumbo simmering. Alex buried in notes, their laughter a buffer against chill. Theo visited, husband in tow, tales of NYC chaos. You two are disgustingly domestic, he teased, but eyes soft with envy. Barbecue on balcony, stories swapped. Theo's adoption dreams, their wedding plans simmering. Spring, Jordan asked, ring glinting. Alex nodded, heart full. But shadows lengthened. A client's suicide, Jordan's case, a trans vet denied care, gutted him. Nights pacing, bottle close. Alex pulled him to therapy, circle raw. Blames a chain. Jordan broke there, sobs racking, failed him. Alex held, whispering, you save who you can. Misunderstanding flared via Mia, engaged to her artist, but cold feet. Queer wedding in Bible Belt? Alex flew south, Jordan covering classes. Homecoming tense, Mia venting family pushback, dad's ghost and sermons. They'll come, Alex soothed, but doubt mirrored his own nuptial nerves. Back north, Jordan's surprise. Eloped chapel, just us. No. Rehearsal dinner crashed by Harper, now civilian consultant. Networking. Flirt resumed, wine loose. Miss the Barracks by you? Alex seethed silent, post-party explosion. Again? Boundaries. Jordan's defense crumbled. She's harmless. Why this? Truth unearthed. Harper's ex, bi-curious, seeking advice. Felt like me pre-you. Vulnerability disarmed. Makeup slow, honest. Fears of fading spark in routine. Twist academic. Prof accused plagiarism. Alex's sources too similar to unpublished work. Panic surged, career teetering. Jordan rallied. Digging emails, proving coincidence. Cleared, but scar lingered. Trust in institutions, like love, fragile. Wedding neared, guest list eclectic. Platoon vets, Theo's crew, Mia's band. Venue. Carolina Vineyard, vines heavy with promise. Rehearsal eve, storm rolled, echoing that first ring. Tents strained, laughter defiant. Ceremony dawned clear, all's petals strewn. Vows simple. Alex, you saw me first. Jordan, I'll chase your ghosts always. Rings exchanged, kiss ceiling under arches. Reception wild, 2 steps, toasts teary. Dad absent, but letter, proud. Wish I saw sooner. Honeymoon keys, waves crashing like tattoos. Idol shattered by call. Firm crisis, vet groups suing DOD. Discrimination suit, Jordan lead. Back early, depositions grinding. Alex supported, but resentment brewed. Our time. Conflict peaked in D.C. hearings. Testimony raw, slurs from suits. Jordan cracked post-stand, bourbon-fueled rant. They break us, then blame. Alex pulled him from ledge, hotel balcony overlooking Potomac. We're the unbreakable. Dawn brought clarity. Case 1, Precedent set. Homecoming healed. Promotion for Jordan. Alex's paper accepted. Life synced. But pregnancy talk with Mia sparked theirs. Surrogacy dreams. Futures mapped. One night, under city hum, Jordan knelt anew. Family? Yes, layered now. Prejudice lingered. Neighbors glare at pride flags, but they waved prouder. Love, tested, tempered stronger. Years layered like sediment, Boston roots deepening. Alex tenured, book deal on queer resilience. Bestseller, tours pulling him cross-country. Jordan's firm expanded, branches in Cali, NOLA. Weekends balanced, but pulls tugged. Alex's LA readings, Jordan's Gulf seminars. Mia birthed first, a boy, Theo godfather, named after dad, redemption nod. Visits frequent, chaos joyful. Their surrogacy journey started hopeful, matches, contracts. But first try failed. Miscarriage echo, grief hollowing. Nights curled, Alex whispering, we'll try. Jordan nodded, but eyes shadowed doubt. Misunderstanding via Harper, now partner at firm, platonic fierce. Joint project, vet retreat, her ideas sharp. Late calls, Alex glimpsing logs. Working late. Paranoia old, but stung. Confront diner quiet. History repeating? Jordan sighed. Jealousy's the enemy, not her. Proof emails, trust rebuilt brick by brick. Twist personal. Alex's mom visited, frail now, confessions spilling. Her own youth crush on a woman, church crushed. Hid to fit. Tears bridged, family fuller. But health scare followed. Jordan's limp worsened, shrapnel shifted. Surgery loomed, fears unearthed. Hospital vigil, Alex gripping hand. Not losing you. Recovery slow, PT echoing old pains. Jordan emerged fiercer, pivoting firm to advocacy, policy lobbies, DC schmoozes. Climax familial, Mia's wedding, NOLA heat pulsing. Aunts whispered slurs at reception. Unnatural, but Jordan toasted bold. Loves the bayou. Twisted, enduring. Dance floor cleared doubts, feet flying. Back, surrogacy clicked. Carrier Emma, journey tender. Ultrasounds heartbeat hymns, names brainstormed. River for wave, hail strong. But complication, bed rest, fears mounting. Alex canceled tour, Jordan delegated, nest building frantic. Birth stormed in, C-section urgent, tiny cries piercing. Daughter, blue-eyed like dad, green flecked like Alex. Perfect, Jordan breathed, holding her first. Home chaos, bottles, diapers, sleepless bliss. Parenthood shifted sands. Playdates with Theo's adopted twins, Mia's boy toddling. But work collided. Alex's sabbatical denied. Jordan's expansion stalled by budget. Argument flared. Family first. Compromise. Co-author book, blending lives. Prejudice external. School meeting, teachers side-eyeing, two dads. Jordan charmed, Alex advocated, policy changed, ripples wide. Inner turmoil. Jordan's nightmare resurgence. Therapy revisited. War's ghost, he admitted. Alex shared dreams too. Barracks glances eternal. Resolution gentle. Anniversary trip, brag revisit. Empty bunks, full hearts. Here, Jordan said, hand in hand. Alex smiled, everywhere. Legacy built. Kids growing, stories seeded, glances that change worlds. Decade turned, graying temples, lines etching laughs and losses. Alex chaired department, lectures packed, students hungry for truths he'd lived. Jordan CEO now, firm national, scholarships named for fallen. Home, Victorian creaking, kids' rooms posters plastered, Rivers chess trophies, Hale's art smudged. Grandkids came early, Mia's twins, chaos amplified. Holidays boisterous, gumbo bubbling, Mia's band jamming, Theo's stories wild. Dad's absence filled by photos, toasts, to second chances. Challenges evolved. River out at 16, prom date boy nervous. Alex coached, own it. Jordan grilled gentle. Heard him, answer to me. Pride swelled, cycles broken. Misunderstanding minor now. Jordan's NOLA branch invite. Harper leading, girls trip? Alex teased, but old twinge. Weekend solo, reflection, growth's grace. Twist health. Alex's heart murmur, stent. Jordan's vigil mirrored old, vows renewed bedside. Forever. Recovery walks, river paths, talks deep, regrets aired, dreams dusted. Climax communal, reunion gala, brag centennial. Vets graying, stories silvered. Reyes wheeled in, toast slurred. To glances that built us. Dance slow, Alex Jordan swaying, kids watching wide-eyed. Post-gala, drive home storm-lashed, echo first ring. Remember? Jordan murmured. Alex grinned. How could I forget? Legacy unfolded, River's psych path, Hale's advocacy. Book sequel, grandkids forward. Prejudice faded, not gone. News cycles churned, but their lights steady. Twilight porch, swings creaking, hands laced. One glance, lifetimes ago. Changed everything, still does.